Well, it's the first of the month, and you know what that means. New business day. So this month's business is first edition books. Wait for the elevator pitch. Our Etsy store, First Edition Books, specializes in rare and valuable first edition books sourced from estate sales, thrift stores, and yard sales. With a discerning eye and knowledge of the market, I will acquire high-quality inventory, including books from the collections of the ultra-rich and societal elites. First Edition Books will prioritize preserving the condition of the acquired books and price them appropriately based on rarity and demand. Our business will cater to a growing market of book collectors and enthusiasts, offering unique and sought-after finds for those who appreciate the value of tangible books. How was that pitch for you? Not convincing enough? Maybe try this commercial?
Are you a lover of books? Do you appreciate the magic of a first edition? The thrill of holding a rare find in your hands? At First Edition Books, we share your passion for the written word. We specialize in rare and valuable first edition books sourced from estate sales, thrift stores, and yard sales. We take pride in preserving the condition of our books and pricing them appropriately based on rarity and demand. Our business caters to a growing market of book collectors and enthusiasts, offering unique and sought-after finds for those who appreciate the value of tangible books. Explore our collection today and discover the magic of first edition books. From classics to contemporary favorites, we have something for every book lover. Visit our Etsy shop now and start your collection of rare and valuable books today. First Edition Books, where rare finds meet true book lovers.
So what'd you think? Pretty cool, huh, right? Some of that footage is not from me. It's just something I played with, trying to have fun with it all. For a long time, books wasn't a huge part of my life. I kind of shunned it. There's something that, traumatic that happened early on that kind of pushed me to the side, pushed me towards music. Not that musicians can't read or anything, but it made me it just drove me away from what I was used to growing up, which was schooling. Now this idea really stemmed from some kind of event that happened in my life. This wasn't traumatic. Maybe traumatic a little bit for children because children don't like to be punished. Don't worry, this is G-rated and all this stuff. My father and mother had two different types of punishing styles, and my mother was a little more, how do I say this? She was excessive, but in the right way. So this one time, one of my birthdays, I was young, and excuse me, and we were told not to go on top of the CB radio antenna. I don't know if you guys ever have one of those, but it's 30 feet in the air. Not too crazy, but for children, yeah, we're climbing up it, and me and 8 of my friends start trying to get up on top of it, and of course I was told to stay away. But I'm a guy. I couldn't help it. The boy inside me was like, let's climb that shit. So we're all climbing it, got in trouble. My mom, not freaked out, but she definitely was, she used the full name, Stephan James Cardenas, And of course, everyone came down and all this stuff. She put every single one of my friends in the corner and made us stand for the entire time. Okay. So it's that kind of stuff where we deserved it, but also who does that and how long, but to this day, it definitely has stuck with me, all of these lessons that were trying to be ingrained, right? So she did a good job. When I was about 10, I got in trouble with the law, did some damage, did some vandalizing. I might leave that story for a different time, but the gist of it is I got in trouble. My mom could see that there was a little negative path down the way, so she wanted to nip that in the bud. And so I was punished, and I had to spend the entire summer in the room. Just, no friends, no calls, I mean, like, not that I got calls when I was younger, but, no interaction. Like, my friends, because I had like a window, we were staying with my grandma at the time, and because we were moving all over the place, but we were staying with my grandma at the time, and in this room had all the windows, and it was facing the street, and all my friends would come riding their bikes up like, "Hey man, are you still grounded? You're grounded still. I can't believe it. Your mom's crazy." All this stuff, right? And so then they'd ride off. I could see them playing in the streets, pointing at me, laughing. I mean, honestly, I love that. Like, that's how like me and my friends grew up. So I didn't, of course it was unfair, and I was like, this sucks, but I deserved it. I deserved it for sure. And every time they'd come up, my mom would be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be talking to them. Get away." And like, whatever. "Hey, Jimmy, get out of here. Go home." And be like, "Oh, sorry. Haha, you're in trouble." Like all this stuff. Really fun. Fun now that we're like thinking back on it, But the entire time, the only thing I was allowed to do was use the restroom. That was the only time I was allowed to get out. Restroom and the school. So if I had to go to school, obviously it was summer then, but this was not the only time I've ever been stuck and grounded. So, but during that time I wasn't allowed to leave the room for anything but the bathroom. And I got to tell you, my sister would make sure that I wouldn't get out of there, because if not, she'd be like, "Mom." So in this room, it was my grandma's room. Well, it wasn't her room. That's complicated. No one wants, it doesn't matter. But anyways, in this room, there were just dozens and dozens of classic books. Read The Great Gatsby, Brave New World. I mean, I was young when I was reading some of these books, because again, there was nothing else to do. So I would say some of them were a little over my head, but it definitely put me in a different spot. And one of the biggest ones that I came across that ended up being, it's still to this day my favorite book ever, is Leagues Under the Sea. Now this book just transported me out of that room, and I realized like how to escape this prison that I was put in, right? So then I dug deep into this, and I was just reading and my mom was a nurse as well, so there were like medical books in there, and there was like just tons of stuff, right? So I was just soaking up. We had like National Geographic, well, it wasn't ours, it was my grandma, so like National Geographics and zoo books, if you ever remember those. Now those were easy to get through, and sometimes I wish they were longer and more detailed, because I needed to kill time, because summertime is very long. You got the kids who are out. Kids, I was a kid too, but you're out to like 8:30 or 9 p.m. because the street lights aren't on. This opened me up to a place of like seeing different books, recognizing which ones are treated differently or taken care of. I grew into a person who wanted to collect these things, and not necessarily read every single one of them, but see the beauty of each one, and study it, and just have it. Back here you can see, maybe you can't see, but back here I have about like 30-40 first edition books. Some of them are classics, some of them are some type of warfare. I don't want to get into it too much, because I'm going to have a bunch of this coming through, and I want you guys to see it, and we can all enjoy it together. But yeah, I'm excited to, this is where the inspiration came from. I've always been into this. I collect many things, and books is, I would say the collecting of books is semi-recent in life, but the knowledge of it has been since I was little. So yeah, this first edition books, I'm excited for you guys to join me on this. Gonna start an Etsy shop, going to have it all filled out and as welcoming as possible. That little commercial is just for fun. I don't know, I might have it on there. Have all my different books. I figure, you know what, I have enough of this that I should use my knowledge, I should use my experience, and try to make it into a business. And this will allow me to, I'll be going to estate sales more often. I'll be going to yard sales. I'll be going to garage sales, etc., and finding some treasures. Now, I know I could go pretty much anywhere and find them, but I'm trying to make a profit. So that will be part of it, is what do you find? How, with the knowledge I have, like, how profitable will it be? Will it be a buyer? Honestly, sometimes when I get this stuff and I'm like, someone will buy this, I don't ever even try to sell it, because I love the books. I want the books. I want to, and I believe that we're in a time where everything's digital. It's going digital. It has been digital. And books are going to become more rare. Not that they'll be gone, but they will become more rare. And that does make it even more exciting, because a lot of people throw out these books and they have no idea what it's worth. They have no idea what just the intrinsic value or the aesthetic value. They have no idea. And they throw it away because they think of it as clutter, and then they don't realize that there's someone out there wishing they had their hands on this, and that they would have it in their collection, they would read it, all this kind of stuff. I see this as a perfect opportunity to collect these, especially when people are throwing them out or just getting rid of them. I got some books here that were $200 books, and I got them for like less than $1. So, and I have a pretty good collection. It's nothing to like toot my own horn about, but I'm excited to build that up and sell the ones that I'm not very interested in, or find someone who's more interested in it than I am. But yeah, so that's what first edition books is all about. I'm gonna keep picking at my brain, using my knowledge, creating businesses that I see can, create some income and some interest, and just keep this train going. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining me. My name's Stephan Cardenas, and here's the outro. Hey guys, thanks for watching the Musicians Talk About channel. Please subscribe, like the video, and comment. This really helps the channel on YouTube and will allow me to bring you more great stuff in the future. Be on the lookout for new episodes on Sunday, 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. I'm Stephan Cardenas, and this was Musicians Talk About. See ya!